The Couples Resiliency Program is a 4-day opportunity for couples who are affected by post-traumatic stress disorder or any other operational stress injury.
It's an opportunity for them to have greater awareness around how their injury impacts them and their spouse, their partner, and use that knowledge for them to communicate and address ways to overcome those challenges.
The core concepts or the real heart of what we're doing is offering people some encouragement and instruction to improve their communications and how they see themselves, like self-awareness and awareness of their spouse or partner, in a way that they can understand and improve their relationship.
Learning about your dynamic with each other and how you connect. And sometimes we can learn from our experiences on this program, things that we can change when we go back home. It's couples-based because we know that it's really important for people to get healing. If they're in a relationship, they have to heal together. And OSI and trauma really affects relationships very deeply. And we understand that if couples have a shared understanding of trauma and how it affects each person, and they can work on tools and skills together to connect, then there's a better chance of healing and improvement in the relationship.
It's done in group because there's an added chemistry. They may be strangers from all over different parts of the country, but they have a common experience. So it goes from, in a sense, isolation into a new sense of a cohesive community where they can help each other. About 40% of the time is spent in the classroom and going off with your spouse to have a specific conversation that's related to the topics at hand. And about 60% of the program is working with the horses in some way, maybe brushing them and having a conversation while you brush, maybe doing other small practical exercises that demand a certain amount of communication and offer a certain amount of challenge, and that produces conversations. And if it all goes wrong, and that's a good learning moment. The horse is an animal of prey. It's always hypervigilant. It's always assessing threats just like they are. And they are very good at assessing the other horses and the people around them. So one moment the couple could be working with the horse and they're talking, the anxiety level is low and the horse senses, oh, I'm okay. I can relax too. Put the head down, maybe even go to sleep. The moment the couple's experience changes and they become tense or anxious and don't provide enough leadership for the horse, or too much, or there's conflict, the horse senses it right away, instantly. And that is not a diagnosis or a criticism or a judgment. It's just an invitation to ask, well, what happened? What are we doing? And let's think about this. And we've got feedback from an impartial, completely non-judgmental, but pretty accurate feedback machine called a horse. Let's make use of its feedback and talk about what's going on.
The goal of the work in the arena is to really help the couples have an opportunity with the horses to identify some challenges they face that might be something they're hearing or experiencing with the horses, but might reflect something they also experience back at home, and then have insight now into how they can address those challenges differently. So we cover a range of different concepts and tools. So a lot of this does relate to having more education around trauma and how it affects relationships, how it affects individuals, as well as more knowledge around helpful communication skills that you can take home with you to work on. We also help through the exercises in the classroom and in the arena with the horses, help you have opportunities to build more awareness around how you come off in relation to your spouse, so you guys can have better insight into your relationship. So clinically facilitated is a core part of this program because we understand that this injury is serious and that it requires professionals, mental health professionals who have experience working with veterans and first responders to assist with the work in the classroom, the skill building, as well as helping them with the work in the arena with the horses, because sometimes things come up that are very challenging. Emotions can come up, they're very challenging. Dynamics can come up in the relationship, they're challenging. And we need people who are trained to offer the best support in those moments. So people who have clinical training, group facilitation training, and there are many members of our team who are trained equine assisted learning experts.